the great thing is, Edwin, we love speaking to anyone from Papua New Guinea because it gets massive hits on YouTube. How excited are you for Wembley, the Champions final on Saturday afternoon?
Oh look, to be able to be in this position and to compete in Wembley in such an icon, stadium, it's just awesome, and to be able to get a chance to get out there and to compete to win a Challenge Cup trophy, it's something that I've never seen coming. So just to be in this position, I'm just so glad. I'm just so glad and so stoked at this point. I'm taking it day by day. I'm not looking far up ahead on Saturday, but I'm just enjoying everything, like the build up and that.
It's been a great season for yourself and Leigh so far. Not expected by many people at the start of the season, but I mean, how do you sum up this season for Leigh and yourself?
Oh look, I think I've told you at the season launching. I said, people are talking about us getting relegated, and people are saying we're not going to perform, and people having doubts. But I said one thing, and I still can remember to this day, is I know that we've got the group that can get out there on every game day and compete. We've got competitors in the game, and you see that throughout the year. You see Leigh play. Sometimes we may not play the perfect rugby league, but we compete and we don't give up. The games that we lose, we compete till the 80th minute, and that's one thing that really stand out for me in this group. And I think that's been our DNA. That's been the sole thing that this team has been built around. It's just effort and the desire to compete on every little thing on the given 80 minutes.
When Australians come over here, they all say they watched the Challenge Cup when they were kids, stayed up in the early hours of the morning. Did you ever have the opportunity to do that in PNG? I know that I've seen pictures of people crowding around televisions like a whole village. Do you know the history and tradition of this cup?
No, not really, to be honest. I've never really, because NRL is massive in PNG. We don't get live broadcast in Super League back home. I think it's to do with the time difference in that. But I remember I used to stay up late sometimes and watch some Super League games just when I was just a young little kid with my bigger brother. So he'll say, "Oh, this is Bradford Bulls, this is Hull Kingston Rovers, or this is St Helens, this is Wigan Warriors, Leeds Rhinos." Those were the household names, So I had no idea which those teams were. I knew Super League, but those were the names that popped up in my mind. And I've never really known about Challenge Cup. I didn't have no idea, and I didn't have any idea about Leigh Centurions as a club too. So when they said I was going to come over and join them, I had to look it up on Google and see, which club am I going to. So that was it, yeah.
How important for you has it been having Lachlan and Adrian around and having that little PNG enclave as well?
Oh yeah, it's just massive, man. Sometimes during the game or in team meeting, I speak my own language to them. It just feels good that I've got one or two of my countrymen in this team, and they understand what a PNG guy can go through, or what we go through back home, and what we are like in our community and in our country back home. So I think they've got a good understanding of me. So am I to them, and I respect these guys a lot. And Adrian, especially, he's done a lot for me. He's invested a lot of time to get me ready to play. He's coached me really well, and I'm just so blessed to be in this position to play under Coach Adrian and to play alongside Lockie. Lockie is such a great player. Just to get out there on the field and play with him, it's just awesome. When the team needs something, Lockie comes up with the play, and it's just awesome to see that one of my countrymen is doing his thing out there, which I'm sure our country is really proud of.
You experienced a major final last year when you won the 1895 Cup. This is going to be a level above that in terms of the stadium, the number of people that are there, the television audience. Are you prepared for that? Are you going to feel nervous, or are you not thinking about that at the moment?
Oh yeah, look, last year when we made that 1895 Cup and we lifted the trophy, but I tell you what, when we were driving back from that stadium to come back to Leigh, I saw Wigan lifting the trophy, and I said, I don't want to lift this small one. I want to get to that big one and play in that main game, you know. So that was my mindset in that bus coming back, and I thought, you know, when they said, oh, Challenge Cup's coming in, you only get 3 chances to play. You only had to win 3 games to get to the final. I was like, come on, let's go. This is it. You know, if it is only 3 shots, you give it all every game, and just to come and, like I said, to win all these 3 games and to be in this position to play in front of, 70, 80, 90,000 people, to play in front of loud crowd and such a big stages. I guess I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I might be nervous, which is normal, but the confidence is there. I know I've done everything that I can to be in this position to play. So I've done everything that I needed to do. So I'm just gonna prepare. Focus on my preparation and get it right, and come out on Saturday and have a go.
You're more nervous about what Derek might get you to wear? There's talk that you're going to be in a leopard skin suit, or...
Yeah, he comes up with a lot of crazy things. We're more nervous about that than the actual game. But Derek, he comes up with a lot of ideas. So we're yet to find out. He said, he's sorting out some stuff for us, the boys. So we don't know what's going to be in that package for us. I'll tell you what. With the boys, we're nervous. We might find something strange in the bag or something.
And have you had a lot of reaction from back home? Have you had a lot of messages this week of people wishing you luck and saying that they're going to follow the game? And obviously the Hunters are having a better year this year. The Rugby League's on a bit of an up now. We know what's happening with the World Cup, and you're a talisman for your country.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've received a lot of messages on my phone. All my family, my close mates, and that messaged me and wished me luck. So I'm just, I said thanks. And I know there's a lot of support that we get from social media, through social media, and that, I really appreciate all the support that I get from back home. It means a lot for myself and for this club and for Derek, Just for the club to get the popularity that it's getting back home, it's good for the club and it's good for Super League. That's why I was telling Derek, I said, we need to take a game back to Papua New Guinea and let the fans have it, and just to make that, I guess, connection going. So yeah, I'm happy that people will be up early in the early hours, around 12, 1, 2 a.m. in the morning, just to watch the boys play and watch me play and Lockie, and watch us hopefully get the win, and which they'll be proud of.
The coach said yesterday that you've made your home in Leigh. You're not going to go back to Papua New Guinea. What's it like living in Leigh as a superstar player?
Leigh, it's like me back home, just walking around my block, just being myself. Nothing really changed when I got here first. And it just feels like home. I feel settled. There is no dramas, no rush, no here and there. Fans have been awesome. Everyone in the club, around the club, my teammates been awesome, really supportive, and that's the thing that made me feel like home. And to the club's credit, they've made their commitment to bring my family over. I've got 2 kids. I've got a daughter and a son, and my wife. So with my family, they're loving life over here, and that makes me more settled than ever. So I guess it's my home away from home now.